First, I'm going to click on the tab that says New Form. This takes me to the first step of the form wizard. I'm going to make a sample form of how someone might want to track their IT staff at a large company. So I would title my form IT Tracker. You can name your time card forms, inspection forms, sale order forms, expense forms, anything you wish in whatever language required. Second, I will select my local time zone from the drop-down. This will allow the records I collect to display with the proper date and time. And now I select the Next button. This would take me to the second step of the form wizard. Just to note before we get started, there are many features like conditional form logic, repetitive tasks, advanced reporting that are not featured here. Contact us directly if you have needs beyond what you see. Let's continue. I will now click on the Add a Field button. This pops up the form field template so I can architect how I want each field to be titled and how I want it to be displayed. For my first two prompts, I'm going to want to have my technician tell me what building number and what floor they're working on to solve the problem for an end user. My first prompt is building : Note that I added a colon after building. This will make the form easier to use and look better when displayed on the handset. You will see this later in the video. Moving on to response type. My response type can be alphanumeric, where the technician would always have to type in the name of the building. But a better form would allow the technician to select from a list. So, I will make my selection predefined list of values. This will make for a single drop-down list of buildings to choose from. I will enter in a few building locations now. I'm going to skip over the advanced options, but there are a variety of ways in which you can manipulate each field. Please see the help documentation for more detail. I can now select the Save Field button. This takes me back to the previous screen. I can now see the building number item listed and the selection I added. I then click on the Add a Field button again and repeat this process until my form is completed. I'm going to do this now. Our second field would be on what floor the end user is on that needs help. I will enter my prompt as floor number : Just like the last item, we could use different response types to build the form out. It is up to you to think about the user and what is best for workflow. In this case, I could use an alphanumeric field where they could type out the words third floor. I could use a numeric field option where they type in a number like 3. Or I could use the predefined list of values again so they can pick from a list. We always suggest that if there is a list of items to select from, make it a pick list versus an open-ended field. The end data tends to be more precise, especially when exporting to a spreadsheet or migrating the data to a back-office system. For this example, I have created 4 floors. And now I click the Save Field button again. Clicking Add a Field again, now I will create a form item to enter the name of the user my IT person is helping. For this, we will use the alphanumeric field as the response type, and I will select Save Field. If we had a list of 50 end users, I might have opted to load them all now. Click Add a Field. Now I will create a list of checkbox items on why my technicians were on site to help. I will title this Support Issues Resolved : Make my response type multiple select list of values. This will set up checkbox items next to the items I'm now adding. And now Save Field again. I would do 3 more fields to complete my form but move faster. The last 3 I would do out of desired order to show how to move the fields around before my final save. Clicking on Add a Field, enter in service time : select numeric only. This is different than alphanumeric as it forces the keypad into numeric lock mode on the handsets. And Save Field. Select Add a Field. Prompt will be Take a Photo : Select Photo as a response type. Save Field. Selecting Add a Field one last time, prompt will be Visit Notes : Select a large text box, and then for the last time, Save Field. I have now created all of the fields of my sample IT technician form. I can edit any field I wish at this point, and I can change the order of my filled items. Let's change the order now. On this form, I will now move the photo item to the second last position, move notes to third last, and make the last part of the form the time field. Step 3 of the wizard allows me to check to be sure I like my forms and provides an option to go back if needed. I can always make changes to completed forms and its title at a later date. Nothing is locked down in stone here. The entire model is based around being flexible. Step 4 and the final step of the wizard provides me the opportunity to add new names and cell numbers. This is so I can assign the forms to show up on multiple handsets. My default number is in the database already, which is the one I entered when I first registered. I've seen some testers come in and add hundreds of names and numbers when testing. It is up to you how you want to do this. I will add one new user to the list to show this function. Add first name, last name, their email address. If they do not have an email address, you can skip that field as it is not required. Select if you want to provide web access to this user. If yes, you can configure their permissions. And now, enter the cell number of the user. If you are an international visitor and your numeric phone numbers are not 10 digits long, this field simply works more as a 10-digit ID code. Use the last 10 digits of your longer phone number. You will use the same 10-digit number when setting up the handsets. Select Save. Repeat that process to all the users you plan to test with. When done, click the Back Form List link. The form is now complete, listed here, and is 100% live and ready to use. For this video demo, I've already set up my Android and Blackberry handset with the software. You can click on the tab and review how to download the client software on your handset when ready. Let's go back outside and submit some records. I'm going to be sending a form for my Blackberry and my Android. I will now click on the Air Mobility application to run the software. You can see that my form is now listed on the phone and I can select it straight away. As I walk through the application, all items I created are now being provided to me step by step until I finally finish and submit. Depending upon your service provider and the number of photos attached, most records take an average of 5 seconds or so to show up on the server for analysis. Let's go back inside. Back on the computer, next to my form, I have options listed. They are real-time status, GPS, escalation, schedule reports, and configure. Real-time status is where we can view all data collected. I can view the record I recently submitted here. I can select a date range of data collected. I can bring the record up in a PDF report. I can export the record and all records created to Microsoft Excel. I can view the data in an XML format as well. There is even an email option to send the PDF report to whomever you wish. The GPS link will display all of your users, raw coordinates, and reverse geo-address lookups, speed of travel, and mapping capabilities. If you allow your device to give Air Mobility access to GPS functions, all of the GPS data will be live. We do not have the demo handset software on an aggressive GPS collection setting, but we do have this available. Contact us to learn more. Escalations allow me to set filters that match my criteria. It will launch an email to anyone anywhere in real time when a record hits the server. This is also useful to send a copy of the filled form back to the user as a feedback loop that the record was received. Scheduled reports enable me to set a predetermined time frame in which a spreadsheet of records will be sent. This includes a set of filters to match the criteria as well. Configuration offers a set of change options for your forms and users. It is important to note that we do add new features to this demonstration site often. We have many capabilities beyond this server and which are not shown here. So don't forget to contact us if there is something you need and do not see here. Chances are we have it. That concludes the general overview of Air Mobility. Thanks and good luck with your forms. And contact us if you need any additional help.